Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have seen how we can add comments in JavaScript code and what are reserved keywords in JavaScript. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about JavaScript identifiers. An identifier is a name that is given to entity like variable, function, or a class. And there are some naming rules associated with identifiers. A identifier name must start with either a letter or a underscore or a dollar sign. Identifier name cannot start with numbers. Keywords cannot be used as a identifier name, as we have discussed in the previous lecture. We cannot name a variable or a function or a class with a reserved keyword. So let's check all these rules in our demo project. So here I am inside my Visual Studio code editor and I have opened home.js file. Now according to the first rule, a JavaScript identifier name must start from either a letter or a underscore or a dollar sign. So let's create three variables. First we will start it from a character. So const a is a character equal to suppose 100. Second variable const started with a underscore a is equal to 500, and third variable started with dollar a is equal to 700. So all these identifier name are valid names, and if I try to log them, they should be logged to the console. Console.log a comma underscore a comma dollar a. Let me save this. Let me save this and run. So here I've run the program and see, we are able to see 100, 500 and 700. So all these identifier name are valid names. In the second rule, we have discussed that a identifier name cannot start with a number. So let's try to give a variable name starting with a number. Const 1a is equal to 200. And here we got a error. An identifier or keyword cannot immediately follow a numeric literal. So JavaScript variable name cannot start with numerics. Identifier name cannot start with number. So it's an error. We have also discussed in previous lecture, we cannot have a identifier name with a reserved keyword. So if I write const and function is a reserved keyword. So if I try to give function here equal to 10, it will give me the error, and it's saying function is not allowed as a variable declaration name. So this is also not allowed. Reserved keywords cannot be a identifier name. We have also discussed that JavaScript is case sensitive. So if I write const y is equal to 1000 and const capital Y is equal to 2000. So these two variables will be treated as two different variables because the variable name y have different case. One is small and one is capital. So I can log them. Console.log y comma capital Y, and it should print 1000 and 2000. Let me comment these two lines because these are error and we have to run this program. Control save, and we have run the program and we can see 1000 and 2000. So that's it for identifiers. Now we will discuss a very important concept in JavaScript, that is statement. What is JavaScript statements? JavaScript statement. JavaScript statement are the very basic building block of a JavaScript program. A JavaScript program is a sequence of statements. Each statement is an instruction for the computer to do something. For example, let salary equal to 500. And this is a statement because this statement is giving an instruction to the computer to assign 500 to a variable named salary. Most of the time, a statement ends with semicolon. It is recommended to end a statement with a semicolon, but it is not mandatory. So let's look into JavaScript expression. JavaScript expression. An expression is a bit of JavaScript code that produces a value or a value itself. And every JavaScript statement is composed of JavaScript expressions. So in the previous example, we had let salary equal to 500. So there 500 is the expression. And here if we see the example 2 is a literal value and it is an expression. A string hello world is also a expression because it has a value. 5 multiplied by 10, it produces a value 50. So it is an expression, and this is arithmetic expression. Now we have to find the number of expression in 3 plus 1 into 2. So I have given the solution itself. This 2 is a literal value, it's an expression. 3 is an expression. 1 is an expression. 3 plus 1 altogether results to 4. That's why it's also an expression. And finally 3 plus 1 expression into 2 whole is expression. In next lecture I will be explaining a whole lot of example of statement and expression because it is quite confusing for the developers to understand what exactly a statement is and what exactly an expression is. And JavaScript program identify expression and statement before evaluating any instruction in the program. In next lecture, we will take some example in our demo project and will discuss about JavaScript statement and expressions because it is very critical to understand what exactly a statement and expression is. Thank you. See you in next lecture.